What is up, you guys? It's Lizelle. Welcome back to another vlog. So I'm starting this off a little bit later in the day. I mean, it's only 11:30 in the morning, but to me that's like a late start to my day. I did sleep in this morning. I had a pretty slow chill morning, but right now I'm about to head out because I'm gonna go and meet up with my mom and my brother for lunch, but technically for me it's brunch because I haven't had breakfast yet. Like I said, I did sleep in this morning. I woke up earlier, but then I don't know, it's really cold today and very windy outside, and it was like the perfect conditions for a well-needed sleep in, so I took advantage of that, and I figured that before I head out for the day I would pick up the camera and greet you guys. So good morning, happy Wednesday. I hope everybody is having a good week so far. But like I said, I'm just about to leave the house, but really I probably should have left like 10 minutes ago. Before I do though, let me show you guys my outfit for today. So here is my outfit of the day for this very cold and windy day outside. When I say it's windy, I probably need to tie my hair up because I'm pretty sure it's going to be blowing all over my face. But yeah, just jeans, a white crew neck like sweater type thing, and then I have this coat. It's just like a gray felt coat, and I just want it to be nice and warm and cozy. And then my shoes are just Nike MX 95s, 97s. I always get the 95s and 97s mixed up. I think these are 95s. But yeah, that is my outfit of the day. Super cozy, warm, comfortable, because like I said, it is a very windy day today. Mind you though, it is very sunny, so that's great. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and leave right now. Also, I've been getting like a lot of comments from people saying that my hair is getting long. I'll show you guys later on the one thing that I think really helps my hair grow super fast. I feel like ever since I started using it again, because I didn't use it for the longest time, but ever since I started using it again, I feel like my hair has just grown like crazy. So yeah, that's the situation with the hair. I did kind of cut it myself the other week a little bit. Might have to do a little bit more maintenance on that because I'm not a hairdresser, but yeah, I guess we're kind of going on the hair growth journey type of route. I don't know, I don't really know what I'm doing with my hair. I feel like maintaining short hair, even though I do love it, I love that short chic kind of bob cut on me, but I feel like it's just a lot of maintenance, and my hair, as I said, grows quickly, so maintaining that is a lot of effort, and I feel like I just kind of want to let it grow, see how I feel about it, and then maybe get it like style cut completely different. But besides the point, I need to head out now, so I'm gonna go and drive to where we're gonna have lunch with my mom and my brother, and I'll show you guys what we get up to. To fall down right now because you guys are currently balancing on like my air vent with a phone holder. I definitely need to get like a proper stand for my camera in my car again, but I just finished with brunch slash lunch with my mom and my brother, and my mom went to go take my brother home. But right now I currently am at the flower market. I just pulled up and parked because it's kind of in the area that I was in anyway, and I figured I haven't been here for a while, so I wanted to go and pick myself up some flowers because why not? It's always good to treat yourself. So that is what I'm currently doing. I'm gonna go and see if I can find any flowers that I like, and then after that I think I'm gonna go head to the grocery store and pick up some things because Mum and I spontaneously decided that we're going to make pizza tonight together, so I need to go and get the ingredients for that. And then I also want to swing by Kmart, what's new, but there's something that I want to do. I want to do like this little DIY kind of hack thing, which I'll show you guys and talk about later if they have the thing that I'm looking for. So we'll see how all that goes, but for now let me go head inside to this flower market and see if I can find anything I like. flowers that I wanted from the flower market, which I'm really happy about. I don't know what it is, but something about like fresh cut flowers just brings me a little bit of happiness. So I feel like it's important to treat yourself to the things that make you smile. Flowers for me is definitely one of them, but right now I am currently just putting on my shoes. That's why I'm like moving around awkwardly. But I just pulled into the grocery store. I'm gonna go in and get the ingredients that I need to make this pizza that my mom and I want to make together tonight. She'll probably come over later on this afternoon. And then hopefully if I have time, I can go to Kmart and see if I can find the thing that I'm looking for to do the little DIY project. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm done with my grocery shop. I'm back in the car now. I ended up getting myself a juice as well. And look how cute like this little top thing is. I've never seen this before. I don't even know if this is like meant to be a bear or something, but it has like little ears. I just thought it was cute, but I really was thirsty and I wanted a juice, so I got myself like a green goddess juice as they call it. It has like lemon, celery, cucumber, ginger and apple, I think. I also quickly ducked into Kmart to see if I could find the thing that I was looking for, but it seems as though they don't have any stock at this location, so I'm probably gonna have to save that little DIY project for another day, but that's okay. I don't think I really have time to do that today anyway. But with that being said, I'm gonna head home now, so I'll catch up with you guys there. All right, you guys, as you can see, I am home now. I got home not too long ago, but I've spent the past 10 minutes looking around my house for vases, and I can only find this one, which I was previously using anyway. I swear I had more, but I just don't know where I put them in storage. I've looked through like my storage cupboards, all of that, and I just can't find any other vases, so I might have to make do for today and then go and find I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I do have my beautiful bouquet of flowers. The tulips are in there somewhere if you guys can see, but I need to figure out where I'm gonna put them both, because I don't want to put them together. I don't want to put both of the flowers together. I want them to be separate. So yeah, I'm kind of in a bit of a dilemma because I bought these flowers and I don't have anywhere to put both of them. So I'm gonna have to figure that out, but for the time being, I did get my groceries, just a couple bits and pieces for that pizza that I want to make with my mom later. But for now, I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with these flowers and if I can find like some type of makeshift jar to use as vase, because yeah, I've only got the one vase. I don't understand this. I swear I had more than one. I'm pretty sure I had like many vases, but I just don't know where I put them, so I gotta go figure that out. Vase of flowers. I'm pretty sure these flowers are called baby's breath. Anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what they're called. Baby's breath or angel's breath or something like that. But this is how those turned out. I usually like to get a bunch of these and keep them here in my office. I just think it looks like really pretty and dreamy, especially with the sunlight that comes in. I feel like it's a nice fresh little touch to the space. So that's how that looks, and let me show you guys the tulips, because those are just you'll see. And then here are the tulips. It looks really bad. I know, don't mind the smoke as well. I'm currently just burning an incense stick. But yeah, the vase for this is clearly too big. It'd probably look better if I had like a bunch more tulips and then if I shortened them a little bit, I don't know. But I just, yeah, thought I would stick them in there for the time being, and it looks really bad, I know, but yeah, my mom is gonna bring me one of her vases and we'll see if we can kind of work some magic. But for the time being, they're kind of just sitting like so. So yeah. Alright you guys, it is currently just after 6 and I'm joined here with Mama.
Just before the Olympic bid result.
Yeah, I didn't even know this was happening today. Shows how much I watch the news, which is very rarely. And since I haven't been on social media for the past week or so, I should know what's going on, but I haven't really kept up with what's going on. But yeah, there's supposed to be the announcement tonight as to whether Brisbane, Australia will host the 2032 Olympic Games. And I didn't know that it was like such a big event. I just thought it was like, I don't know, like a little announcement like, hey, like just letting you guys know that we're going to be having the Olympics here, but they've made a big event out of it. There's like, what do they have, like parties?
There are parties in the park.
Yeah.
We're having a fireworks later on.
Yeah, like I didn't even know this was going on. They had like all these like celebrations in the city, South Bank, and I had no idea. But it's just too cold to go out today, right, Mum?
Yes, no
It's
way.
too cold.
God, even they give me $100. No way.
Yeah, so since it is 6 something, I think they have the announcement at 6:30.
6:30, about 10 minutes away.
I'm gonna go ahead and probably get all of the ingredients ready for pizza. So I'll do that now and I'll show you guys what I'm gonna put on the pizza. So these are the ingredients needed for today's pizza. I'm going to be doing a sweet potato pizza base. I think I've tried this before. I was meant to get cauliflower, but they didn't have any more cauliflower. Mom, you've never tried the cauliflower pizza base, have you? No. Yeah, she hasn't tried the cauliflower. That's why I wanted to get cauliflower for her, but it's okay. We're just going to do sweet potato. And then Mom brought, what is this, Mom? Mozzarella balls? Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna probably slice that and put it on too. And then of course I have the tomato pizza sauce. And then sun-dried tomatoes. I always love having sun-dried tomatoes on my pizza. A bag of spinach just to throw on at the end. So I have like some nice wilted greenery. And then for the like meat, I guess, I'm just gonna put bacon pieces and pepperoni. And then onion. I feel like I'm missing something, Mom.
What?
I think,
Spinach?
yeah, I've got spinach, I have sun-dried tomato, onion, pepperoni, bacon, and the cheese. Is that it?
Pineapple?
No, I don't have pineapple. I thought about it. Oh yes, olives, okay. Yes, that is the last finishing touch are some black olives. So I'm probably just gonna go ahead and start making this now. So then we can have dinner soon, I guess. So in 11 years, the Olympics will be hosted here. There's a lot of people. Oh, that's in Tokyo. That's the athletes in Tokyo, the Aussie athletes.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Prime Minister.
Oh, sad. His one is on.
Oh, cue the fireworks. There it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I had absolutely no idea that this was going on today. So there we have it. The 2032 Olympics will be hosted in Brisbane, Australia. In 11 years, I will be 41. I wonder where I'll be in life at that time, but yeah, it'll be pretty interesting. Crazy. I feel like our city's gonna look completely different because obviously they're gonna have to build like a lot of new infrastructure to support all of that, but I think it's good for tourism and for the economy obviously. So yeah, it's a good result. Now that the Olympic announcement has been made, I find it so funny that I didn't even know what was going on, but I'm gonna go ahead and make the pizza and I'll just set you guys down so you can see what I'm doing while I do it. my pizza is put together. I think I made the mistake of putting the mozzarella on top of all the rest of the toppings. Perhaps I should have put it underneath. So that's my bad, but I mean, I'm sure it'll taste the same. I've never used it before, so I don't know if I cut it too thick or what, but hopefully it turns out okay. So yeah, I put the tomato paste base, and then onion, pepperoni, ham, sun-dried tomatoes, black olives, and then obviously the sliced mozzarella balls. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven for a few, and then when it's almost ready, I'll throw a bag of spinach on top just for some extra color and greenery, and then it'll be time to eat, which I'm starting to get hungry now, so let's get this started. Here is the pizza finished. I already cut it up, put the spinach on top. Turned out pretty good. Looks good, right?
Really good.
And then I poured us some...
Well done.
Thank you. I poured us some glasses of what looks like wine, but it's not. It's just peach iced tea. We're gonna go ahead and enjoy our dinner with candlelight. You see I lit the candles too?
Cheers.
And then I think we're gonna try watch like The Bachelor, Farmer Wants a Wife later.
Farmer Wants a Wife. Because it's the finale.
Yes. So we're gonna go ahead and eat. Just finished eating our pizza. What did you think, Mom?
It was best. It's really good, really tasty.
So let me show you guys what I got today, which I was pretty excited about this. So silly. But I bought myself a teapot because Mum and I like to have tea a lot. And I usually have to get, you know, tea bags or like the little metal tea strainers to strain the tea leaves, obviously, because we like to have jasmine tea after we eat. And I decided that I would just get us a teapot. So yeah, this is it right here. There's like a little strainer inside that you put the tea leaves in, obviously, and then fill it with hot water. So there's that. And then I got us some pistachio macarons as well, because we've been liking those a lot lately. So yeah, this is our after dinner dessert, and we're currently watching... I actually don't watch too much like TV, so I'm watching this with Mum because she wants to watch it. But The Bachelor is on tonight, and Farmer Wants a Wife as well. I don't really watch either of those, but yeah. We're gonna go ahead.
Farmer Wants a Wife.
Farmer Wants a Wife finale is tonight, which is what Mum wanted to watch.
Yes,
so
we can watch the Bachelors.
Yeah.
Long way to go.
I think this is the premiere of this season or something for The Bachelor. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and have our tea and our macarons. So it is quite some time later. My mum already went home. I've literally been sitting here like on the floor of my room in front of my heater because it is that cold this evening that I feel like I need to warm myself up before I go and take a shower. But yeah, I've pretty much just been sitting here on the floor in front of my heater. If you can see and hear it, it's down there in the corner. And I've been watching The Nanny. I don't know what it is, but lately I've just been having it playing like in the background. But for some reason the other day I stumbled upon it and I decided to watch the very first episode, which I do remember, and then I kind of just kept watching from there. I feel like it makes me feel very nostalgic of my childhood. I'd have to say I grew up watching The Nanny and Fresh Prince. So like what comes out of putting those two together, I don't know. Those were like my two all-time favorite like sitcom type shows to watch. So that's what I spent this later portion of the evening doing. As you would have seen, I was with my mom earlier. She left after we finished watching and eating, and now I am I'm very full right now, let me tell you. Oh, also I should show you guys how my tulips are looking. So this is how they turned out. I really like the vase. My mom actually brought me one, but it's like I broke it. So we actually quickly rushed out to go and find one, and I found this one and I actually really like it, and I feel like I kind of want to go and get another one to paint it similar to like how I painted this one. So yeah, I just really like the shape of it. But yeah, that's how the tulips are looking. Apparently tulips survive best like when they're cut and in a vase in a cold room, obviously. I mean, most flowers do. That's why they keep them in refrigerators. But yeah, apparently tulips do really well and last a little bit longer in a cool, like non-sunlit space. And let me tell you guys, this side of the house doesn't get sun, so my room is always very cold during the day. So it's kind of perfect that these can be kept in here, and then I put the other ones in my office, as you would have seen. But I can even tell they're already starting to open up, especially this one here. They weren't looking like this when I got them. This one's definitely still closed, but I'm excited to see how they open up over the coming days. But yeah, I think they're so pretty, so I'm really happy with my choice of vase. I feel like it was meant to be that I accidentally broke the other one. But yeah, as I said, I probably am going to go and get another one and do a little bit of a DIY on it to turn it into like that kind of stone look type of vase like I did with the other one. So yeah, that turned out a lot better than I expected. I also forgot that I hadn't properly spoken about this in this vlog, because I'm pretty sure the previous video that would have gone up before this one was about my social media detox, where I took a week off from social media. It's actually been over a week at this point. I was kind of intending that once I was done with that little experiment and, as I said, detox, that I would just hop back on social media, re-download all the apps, and then just be back into it. Maybe not as excessively as I was before, but to just be back on it, because obviously I kind of need to be with what I do. But I don't know, I haven't really felt inclined to re-download the apps, and I'm kind of just taking my time with it. I know it sounds silly, but I feel as though it definitely has created a big shift in my mood. Not that social media ever made me feel down or made me feel negative when going on it, but I feel a lot better about the fact that I'm not spending as much time on it. As the saying goes, too much of a good thing isn't always a good thing. So I feel like it is great. Like, I love social media. I love Instagram, TikTok, all of that, but it's kind of good that I have taken this time away from it to just kind of reset myself and teach myself that I don't have to be on it as excessively as I once was before. So I would highly recommend, if you haven't watched that video already, go and check it out, just to kind of see like the motions of how I managed to go through like a week without social media. As I said, this sounds very dramatic and like ridiculous because it's, you know, it's social media, but I feel like when something becomes so much a part of your routine that you don't even notice that you're doing it, then obviously you would never really realize that you're that reliant on it. So yeah, it kind of felt good to take that time off from it. I will re-download it again soon, or I'll just figure out how I'm gonna spend my time on it more effectively. But I kind of wanted to just talk about that because yeah, it's been over a week and I felt really good like not being on it and knowing that I'm not wasting time, because I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate where you find that you go on it for 2 minutes, which turns into 20 minutes, which can turn into like 40 minutes, and it's just not always a good thing. But anyways, with that being said, I think I'm gonna end off today's vlog here. Actually, before I go, I just wanted to say one thing. I was reading a comment. That's another thing that I need to get on top of, is responding to comments, because I feel like with taking a break and taking time for myself a lot more and prioritizing like my mental health and self-care and all of that, I haven't been as active on my socials, obviously because I haven't been on it, but I haven't been responding to comments. And it's not that I don't want to talk to you guys or that I don't enjoy talking to you guys, because I do, but I feel as though I want to develop more of a routine where I can get back into making the time to sit down and respond to comments. But I saw this comment the other day and somebody had asked, let me see, Nisha, I think that's how you say your name, Nisha. She asked, I know it's redundant, but I would like your opinion on the news and how Australia is handling the pandemic. I, for one, am struggling with the continuous lockdowns and uncertainty of travel internationally. I guess to feel that we are all in this together. So I completely understand. It's very debilitating and it does take a toll on mental health and just the way that we process things, because I'm sure we feel like we take, you know, 2 steps forward and then 3 steps back. I feel as though there was a period of time where Australia was much far ahead. Well, not ahead, but I feel as though like we didn't have problems in terms of like wearing masks or lockdowns or certain mandates and rules and regulations compared to say that of the UK and the US, because I know there was a point in time where they were going through it pretty heavy and they were in lockdown, and then flip the switch, bring it to 2021, mid 2021 at that, and now we're going back into lockdowns, the virus is spreading, and yeah, it is very uncertain with the way that things are going to go. I feel like I taught myself a long time ago to just let go of my expectations when it comes to this current world situation that we're in, because spending time getting too worked up or becoming depressed over what situation we're forced in, you're just never going to be happy. I do get upset at times about the fact that I can't see my fiance. If you're new here, I am engaged and my fiance Alan lives in the US, and we haven't seen each other now for almost 17 months, and sometimes I do get upset about that. I mean, that's only normal, but I feel as though it's more so just like a, I don't know how to describe it, but it's not as dramatic as like how I would have gotten upset about things in the past. Before, when it came to not being able to see him, I would get really upset to the point where I would have pretty intense anxiety over it. But in terms of knowing that there's nothing that I can do about it, and I can't see him, he can't see me, we're kind of just stuck in this limbo for the time being, that we're not able to travel and see each other and whatnot. I've kind of just come to accept that, and I did that a long time ago. So I do get upset about it, as I said, which is only normal, but not to the point where I get anxiety about it and I really stress about it, because I feel like with the way that the pandemic is, as I've said many times in the past, it's very redundant. I feel like it's like we're out of lockdown, then we're back into lockdown. We have to wear masks, then we don't have to wear masks, and it's just, it is what it is. And I know that's probably not the answer that you're looking for or that anybody else is looking for, but for me, I don't know, I just have kind of come to accept that this is the way it is and there's nothing you can do about it. One thing that Alan always used to tell me, even before we'd met and started dating, was that it's important to focus only on what you can control. So the pandemic and the situation of the world is not something that I have control over. I do not have control over being able to travel overseas or being able to see my partner. And as upsetting as that is, it's just something that I let go of because I can't do anything about it. I have to put my energy towards things that I can control, which is like cultivating our relationship from a distance and loving each other from a distance, because I feel as though for a lot of long distance couples, or just not even couples, but like families or whoever it is that's apart, or people who feel as though they're not able to live their best life and travel if that's something that they want to do. I feel like for a lot of people, they may feel as though their life is on pause, and I did feel like that for a while when this all started. I felt like, oh my gosh, I feel as though my life is on pause. I'm not able to live my life the way that I would want it to be right now. But I think it's important to know that everything is temporary, even though this situation doesn't feel temporary. It feels like it's been going on for a minute now, for quite a while. So I can understand that it doesn't feel as if it's temporary, but I guarantee that it is. And when we do get out of it and we end up in the next season of our lives, we're able to look back and be like, damn, that was a crazy time. Like, it's just, I already know that's going to happen. It's not like we're going to be stuck in this situation forever. So I feel as though the best thing that I can do for myself, for my heart and soul, and for who I am, to just take care of myself and my wellness, like mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, is to just focus on what I can control. I don't know, it's frustrating to be able to witness like what's going on in the world and what everybody else is doing. But now that I actually think about it, because I haven't really been on social media and I haven't been keeping up with what's going on with everybody overseas and whatnot, I feel like perhaps that's contributed to my mood and the way that I feel much more light in this past week or so, is because I'm not witnessing like what other people are doing, and I'm not subconsciously seeing what other people are able to get up to, and like I'm really just focusing on me. And I feel like that's all I can do right now. I can sit here and mope about it and wish and complain and vent about how frustrated I am with the way that things are being handled by the Australian government, the way that we're not allowed out of our country, the way that people aren't allowed to come back home. But I don't know, I just feel like there's nothing I can do about it. So for the time being, we kind of just have to, as I said, focus on what we can control. And I've mentioned this in a podcast episode before. If you guys haven't listened to my podcast with my fiance, the One Day podcast, I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before, where I talk about that, like, how would you want to spend your relationship with your partner if you're not able to see each other, and that is how you spend most of your time in your relationship is apart because of the current situation. Is like, would you like to spend all that time sad and down and upset, or would you like to make the most of it? For example, if you only get to see your partner for 1 month out of 12 months, are you going to spend those rest of the year, like the 11 months out of the 12, sad and only be happy for 1 month? Like, it just doesn't make sense that that would be the case. And I have to catch myself in that sometimes, because I do find that, yeah, I do get down sometimes, but I have to catch myself and be like, it's okay to be down, my feelings are valid, but is this an effective way for me to spend my time? And is this good for my mental health, my physical health, emotional, spiritual? Like, is this benefiting me? No. Okay, what can I do to change that? Focus on the good, focus on what I can control, focus on the positives. And I feel like with everything, there is always going to be a positive side and a negative side, and it really is up to us and our mindset and perception to be able to look at things and try and gravitate towards looking at things more positively. Now, I definitely do understand that with anxiety and depression, the chemical makeup of the brain, sometimes it is difficult to do that, and that is very valid. But in times where we feel like we're able to change our mindset, we need to grasp that and move forward with that. And yeah, I just feel as though, I feel like this is a really long speech without giving any like answer to what I feel like people would want to hear from me. But for me, it's just like, yeah, I do have an opinion, but having a negative opinion about everything isn't gonna change. And it really is about your mindset and perception and how you choose to view things. Kind of like that image, if I can find it, I'll try and like put it somewhere here, but it just shows like two people on a bus, and whichever side that they're sitting on, one's like looking at like the not so great view, and then the other person's looking at the other view. And it really is all about like where you choose to place yourself in your mind. And I feel like that's the way that I try to look at this situation. And like I've said many times, I'm not always like, oh, I choose happiness, I choose like positivity. There are days where I don't feel that great, and I'm like, you know what, this sucks. And that's okay. Like, that's normal. That is completely normal to feel that way. So I feel like we shouldn't put too much pressure on ourselves to feel a certain way and handle everything perfectly, because it is exhausting. It is very exhausting. And I feel like a lot of us have learned throughout this pandemic and throughout this whole change of structure of how we live and how we look at things, is that, yeah, you need to be gentle with yourself, and there shouldn't be so much expectation to feel a certain way about things. I feel as though sometimes I'm just like, yeah, I'm so over it. Like, what can I do? And some people are like, how can you feel that way? Like, aren't you angry about it? Aren't you sad about it? It's like, yeah, but I'm not gonna let that consume me, because that's gonna make me sick. Like, that's how I feel about it. So yeah, that is my thoughts on how I feel about the pandemic and the uncertainty of international travel. It's uncertain right now, but I know it's not going to be like this forever. Eventually, we will be able to get back to somewhat of a norm, and we will be able to reunite with our loved ones. It's not going to be like this forever, but in the meantime, I don't want to spend my time being upset about that. I don't want to spend my time being sad about being apart from my partner. Like, sure, I do get days where I do feel like that, and I let myself feel that, because that is normal. That is a normal human emotion to experience, is to feel upset about things. But I try my best to choose to focus on what I can control and focus on the positives, because yeah, I just feel like being upset about it, it's not fun. Like, it's just not fun. And that, at the end of the day, that's what you have to think about, is like, well, how do you want to spend your time? You know what I mean? So I don't know how long that speech went for, but if you're still here at the end sitting and or watching or listening or whatever it may be, thank you for taking the time to listen to what I have to say. with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go and jump in the shower now, get ready for bed, chill out, and probably fall asleep to some episodes of The Nanny, because that's what's making me happy lately. And I feel like it's really important in these times, especially with people going into lockdown and being forced to be apart from people. Just find those little things that make you happy. Like for me, it was buying myself tulips. Like it's the most basic thing, but little things like that make me smile. It's being able to sit in front of my heater because it's so cold outside. It's being able to relax in bed and watch reruns of The Nanny. So that is my advice. I'm gonna shut up now because I feel like I'm just repeating myself and going over the same things that I always try to project and voice in my messages at the end of the video. But I appreciate you guys for listening. As I said, I'm gonna head off now. I hope everybody is staying safe, looking after themselves and looking out for each other. I know that times are hard, especially for us Aussies, but I just hope that everybody is staying strong, finding those little pieces and pockets of happiness throughout your day, and just know that this is temporary and we will get through it, and eventually one day we'll get there eventually, like one day. That is my motto. So thank you guys again for watching, and I will catch you all in my next video.